Let's go! Welcome to the show. It's Project Open Mic. Let's get the show off right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with me, cause it's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. Let's get a topic straight. Let's get things good. Let's do everything that we should. It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show off right. Let's open our minds and take out our style. Let's see what's going on in the world tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show off right. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show off right. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show off right.
Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? This is your boy Tig once again for the side chat. Hey, hope you guys are doing well. It's Friday. Hope you're staying warm, because where I'm at is cold. So we're gonna go on with many shows. Let me put my lovely mug on the screen. So how you guys are doing? Hope you guys are having a good day. And like I said, it's Friday, so hopefully the weekend will be a blessed weekend for you. So again, guys, where you at? Share, like, subscribe, and in many platforms. Help us out in case on YouTube. Basically, you could like, comment, share, subscribe. Do that if you ever try to help the channel out greatly. Put us up an algorithm, because if you think what I'm talking about is very important, do that. Same thing. So shout out to the YouTube crew, the Facebook crew, the live crew, the YouNow crew, Locals, Rumble, Temper FM. Yeah, thank you all for giving me your time, your eyes, your ears to join us talking about a show tonight. So, of course, I want to shout out, if you get to see it, a lot of people did shout out and was happy to have you back on trip. We couldn't get it done tonight, so I understand. So with that regard, he's doing well. We couldn't connect back together to do a show tonight. So this basically, I got a video to talk about, and I want to talk about stuff last night, because again, we had about 36,000 people in the building talking about, going back and forth about conversation. So guys, get ready, get in your chats again. Hopefully, like last time, the Facebook one won't mess up as much, but I'll check the Facebook, the YouTube, the live comments, and the and of course the Temper FM. And I'm not acted into the Twitch and the Twitch and all that stuff, but I'm gonna jump in there. Mostly started the new year. I'll just keep it going, because I think I have my computer to a point where I have all the stuff. I can put all the chats in one spot, the chats or comments, I can speak everything. But again, get it up there right now. The only one I mostly put up, mostly Temper FM, that I read for, because that's the one that has the most active users. But hey, if you want to make YouTube an active user and everything else, like I said it before, go ahead. You see down there, YouTube Punch Over Mic. When you see this logo here, that you know you're on the right thing. You go there, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, you know the deal. Just, help us get better in the algorithm, because YouTube, the stuff that I talk about is real, it's good to talk about, but YouTube don't want to, push it, because just how it is. So with that regard, let's go with that. So, last night's show was pretty good. We talked about, again, how the government and everything is all about with the government, and how they make things difficult. They make things difficult, and they don't. They basically make things from bad to worse. There's a saying that I said last night, which is the truth. Government makes Nature makes droughts. Government makes famines, because people always think the worst, and just go to worse. And I can't acknowledge that, because human nature, we do stupid things. Yes, it is. So with that said, so last night we talked about the government makes bad to worse. We talked about how, stuff with CNN. We also talk about Jesse Smollett. Let's start off. Let's start off something that's different. Then we get back into the government stuff. Let's do that. That'll be a better situation, because Black Lives Matter doubled down, which is weird to me, and say all kind of stuff. I want to see if we can bring that article up. Let me see if we can bring that up, because I didn't have it up there, but I do want to talk about it. Oh, I might just play a clip. Let me see if we get a clip, because they want to cause of that. Let me see. Make sure. Bring it up. Okay, so I'll use
What we do is
I'll use a Tim Pool video to help that out. So let's go to that. As we all know, Jesse Smollett was guilty. I'm not shocked. The story made no sense. As you would be a bad director, a bad scriptwriter, Jesse, but the story made no sense, and it just sounded idiotic. So I'll let Tim talk about it a little bit, because they did it because of the whole Black Lives Matter and all this stuff. Oh, you know what? Yeah, and let's talk about. I'll bring on Mark Dice, because just to remind people how back in when this started with Everett again, he had privilege. He wanted to use the privilege basically because he was a gay actor. Well, that doesn't mean that you got to be a jerk. It really doesn't. You don't have to be a jerk to do that, sir. But he thought because again, I'm sorry, Hollywood came out and stand beside him. Hollywood came and stand beside him, and like I said, the story made no sense at all, none. For some weird reason, people just let things go because it fits their narrative, and we know that. And even if the narrative is bad and is not right, people still go with that, which is weird to me. I don't understand that, because I wouldn't do that. If I see that the facts are what it is, we should not do that. So like I said, this is basically this is the side chat. So I'll just go ahead and again, we just go in that again, because the conspiracy series still was that how he had all the connections and all stuff. And I'll be honest with you, he should go to jail for at least 5 years or something for good behavior. Let's go with that, because his sentence is 15 years. I don't think he's going to go to jail. He's going to use that same privilege to get out of jail. So when people say, "Oh, the white man privilege," yeah, Jesse has privilege too. All of us have privilege in his own way. Jesse's going to use that privilege to get out of it. But let's do a recap of this historical piece of crap.
You piece of loser.
Human did. All right, let's go with that. So let's bring it up on the screen here. Yeah. And I'll let Mark Dice take it away.
Another word about Jesse Smollett ever again after last night's guilty verdict, but we can't let them move on so quickly, especially after they helped perpetuate the biggest hate crime hoax in a generation since the Tawana Brawley hoax back in 1987, where Al Sharpton made his bones. This almost didn't even happen because the George Soros puppet district attorney in Chicago, Kim Foxx, initially dropped the charges against Smollett. And then it was only after the massive outrage that a special prosecutor was surprisingly appointed. Since the Democrats in D.C. never miss an opportunity to spread fake news, everyone from Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to Rashida Tlaib, Eric Swalwell, Cory Booker, Bernie Sanders, and the rest all denounced.
What happened to Jesse today? I'm just reading this stuff so you have it. I'll bring it back a little. I'll bring a little bit that. Bring it back a little bit more. Okay, so let's see here. So let's go with all this stuff here. So from Kamala Harris, Jesse Smollett is one of the kindest, most gentle human being I've known. I'm praying for his quick recovery. This was an attempt at modern day lynching. None should have fear for their life because their sexuality and the color of their skin must confront this hate. I still want to know how the heck would I find out if you're gay. I still don't understand that situation. You could tell I'm black, but how you would tell unless I'm just fabulous and all that stuff. Like it's just weird how that get that route. But I'm gonna leave that down. Okay, Alexander AOC, crazy AOC, who just came out and said that the crime wave that's happening in these big cities, New York and California, whatever, which you have video evidence, which I showed in previous podcast. She said the data does not show this, that the crime has been happening. I'm like, God bless that child. Bless that child. This is what happens when you give power to give people who are just, I don't know, special. That's the best way I could put it. There's no such thing as racially charged. This attack was not possible. This attack was not possible. Homophobic. It was a racist and homophobic attack. If you don't like what's happening to our country, then work to change it. It is no one's job to water down or sugarcoat the rise of hate crimes. Yeah, most of them been fake though. That's the problem. They've been fake. That's the problem. I might do a little quick video about that because Mark did a good job of going through all the hate crimes. And there's a thing called hatecrimes.org, fakecrimes.org, where people did all the hate crimes and it came to find out they didn't do that. Of course, it's Joy Reid, poor democracy. My butt, you crazy lady. Nooses never really disappear as a message of a very special kind of terror. But every time they use, my God, it's chilling. Praying for Jesse's full recovery for all of us. Okay, I don't get that for whatever. Of course, Bernie Sanders, the millionaires and the billionaires. Or should I say, the billionaires, since I became a millionaire. Can't help it. I just can't help it with him. The racist and homophobic attack on Jesse Smollett is a horrific. If you're listening, give me 1 second because it looked like let me just make sure this. I just got contact with Trip, so just letting him know if all right. So so hopefully we'll get Trip to be inside this conversation while I'm reading this stuff right here. So yep, Trip, if you want to do it. Just like I'm just looking at the text. I apologize for slowing down because again, I don't like to have dead air on a show. That's one of the things that radio people, unless it's like for context and be like, but I don't like to have dead air. So give me 1 second. I apologize. 1 second. Let me see if I could beam up Mr. Triple M onto the platform. Back to that camera there. Go here. Open this up. work? That doesn't work. Copy link. Clipboard. Let's see if this works. Apologize about that. Like I said again. All right, Trip. Hopefully you could join in the conversation. And I'll put the stuff back in there, of course. So let's continue with the conversation. Sorry about that. I apologize, but I would like to have if you could join in, we'll see. So let's go back to the. Can you hear me, sir?
Good evening, Liger. I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Well, Trip is joined. Trip is going. How you doing, sir? You basically we are live and going and get into. First, we're talking about the Jesse Smollett stuff, but again, just how you doing, sir?
Oh, something juicy. Well, I just I've just finished eating, so yes, ready to go.
Okay. Anyway, let's go back since Trip is he's trying to play a small. So let's go back. Put it back on the screen. So let's go back and read some of these things. So let's go to what else we got? We don't did Bernie. Okay, we have Bernie Sanders. The racist and homophobic attack on Jesse Smollett is a horrifying instance, or the surging hostility towards minorities around this country. We must come together and eradicate all violence of bigotry we must come together to eradicate all forms of bigotry and violence. Okay. Then you have Miss Mary Lightfoot, who is also a piece of crap human being. My thoughts and prayers go to Jesse Smollett. Everyone deserves to live their life safely as their true, authentic self in the city. I agree with that. As mayor, I will make sure that regardless of the victim's status, hate crimes and incidents and complaints are fully investigated. Now that
Really, it didn't went the first time around when this whole
that's
thing
a lie.
started.
Yeah, no, that's a lie because she ain't do that. That's a lie. She didn't do that. Because there's a lot of stuff happening in New York City, lady. There's murders every week, and you don't investigate those, and those hurt a lot more people, crimes and everything. Technically speaking, those are hate crimes because they're killing people because they hate them. They don't kill them because they love them. You know?
Although love and hate could be considered the same coin but different sides.
No, I know that. Well, basically, the opposite of love is indifference. Literally, that's what it is. But I'm just saying, in this regard, this again, you don't kill someone because you love them. You kill someone because you hate them. In majority of cases, unless it's like a self-protection and all that stuff like that. But anyway, Rashida Tlaib, when one of the most famous black gay men in America. Whoa.
Most famous?
That was. I could think of multiple people way more famous, even if they are gay. I could think more than that. Are you kidding me? I never heard of Jesse Smollett until this happened. Never.
Same here. I didn't even know that he was he was the one that started in that
Empire.
Empire, yes.
Yeah. But I didn't even know that. Even though I watched Empire time to time and then really got into the show, still never know who he was and didn't care for what he was. But whatever. Most famous.
Didn't even know he was gay at the time.
I know. Hell, I know RuPaul, who's more trans than anything. And I mean, there's so much people above that. This guy is a D-lister. Stop pretend. But anyway, Rashida Tlaib, one of the most famous black gay men in America, is not safe The message is clearer than ever seen. The dangers lie spewing because he cut half of the thing. The dangers lie spewing from the right wing is killing and hurting people. No.
No, 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 son of
Really?
a bitch!
You mean
Yeah!
those two dark skins buff daddies over there that um they're as gay as heck and
No, that's not what I'm talking about. When she said the spewing of the right wing killing, I'm like, I just literally did a show called "The Media is Killing and Hurting and Killing People." So let's not pretend that, okay? Just not. Joe Biden. What happened today to Jesse Smollett must never be tolerated in this country. If it actually happened, I agree with
if
you.
it's true, I was about to say that if if it was actually truth, then
Yeah.
yes, I would agree.
We must stand up and demand that we no longer give his hate for this kind of hate safe harbor. That homophobia and racism have no place in our streets and in our hearts. We're with you, Jesse. Says the man that said, if you ain't vote for him, I ain't black.
I was about to ask that. Hey, Barton, are you ready to do a dry run with Jesse Smollett? Or on top of that, homophobic. Yeah, these two African dudes that cross the Atlantic Ocean just to have that free gay life. Yeah, they're considered homophobic as well. Wow, that's some inception for you.
I know. All right, like I said, just continue the craziness. Success by Cory Booker. Oh, he should
Oh
know.
my goodness.
He played a little footsie with some people, so he is kind of that. Vicious attack on actor Jesse Smollett was an attempt on modern day lynching. No, it was not. I'm glad that he's safe. I'm glad he's safe too, even though he made it up. Those in Congress who don't feel the urgency to pass an anti-lynching bill, we don't need that bill. Why? Because if you do that, it's basically you killing somebody. We already have laws in the books for that. We don't need no more laws. That's why I did last night when Elon Musk was talking about, which we'll get back to. When Elon Musk said the thing about the government is they never get rid of laws that doesn't at the time needs to get rid of. They just stack on each other and other just make no sense. We need to get rid of a lot of laws. And last but not least, Eric Swalwell, or should I say Eric Fartwell. What happened to Jesse Smollett is a vile and tragic. Thankfully, he will recover, but hate crimes like this are happening more frequently. Okay, so you saying you giving that out to all the agents who get attacked by certain people? Just saying. I don't see you saying nothing about that. Egged on by careless, hairless, hateless, filled rhetoric. We start reducing these crimes by rejecting his speech. No.
Oh no!
That's a bad idea because when you start changing speech, that's you get more control and you get more crimes. But they don't see it that way.
No, of course, not if they're the one on the other end.
Nope, never can be accepted as normal. Again, if this had happened to that guy, really like a real crime happened, we all be like, damn, this is suck. We need to whatever. Not most of the stuff that this cacophony of wackadoos here on the screen says. But yes, we gotta. If that happened for real, whatever. But again, they are literally hate crimes. Hell, that one in that Christmas parade, that was a hate crime. He hated white people and he went around and killed children and elderly people. But let me get this straight. That was not a terrorist crime, but the kid, which again, I have no problem with this. The kid who killed up those people in school, which more and more stories coming out. That's why I don't act on things right there and then. Yeah, the parents was crappy and the school was crappy. Everybody was a part of this.
Yeah.
Not surprising. Everybody was a part of this. So it was not the kid. The kid never had. He was not. He didn't have no. He was a good student. He had no disciplining actions in school. He was a good kid, but his thoughts got there. They called the kid. He wrote, say, hey, I think I'm gonna do something, whatever. A teacher did send it to the principal. They called it administration. Administrators called in the parents. They said, hey, we're gonna do that. The parents did say they're not gonna they say you need to take the kid so it could be so it can analyze and everything. The parent them took the kid home. The kid came back 2 hours later and did that.
Right? Well, isn't that negligence?
Yeah. All that is the kid, the school, the parents, all that was just crazy. All that. All right. But point taken, you want to give him a terrorist account. He killed 5 people. Horrible thing. And here's the thing, like I said, I'm not against that. That's all right. But the guy who killed 6 people that we know of and injured 80 people, we don't call that terrorist.
Terrorist.
And then going back to the black kid in Texas who shot up a school, he took a gun to school, shot 5 people. None of them have died, thank God. And the cops are like, well, that was the school shooting.
What?
Which literally is.
You brought a gun to school, you shoot in school. That's a school shooting. What the hell? That unfairness just boggles my mind. But I'll go with that. So Trip, of course you can't hear, so I'm playing a video, so apologize. All right, I'm gonna be playing a video, and I ain't got it set up so you can hear it.
That still about Small Yay?
Yeah. I'm gonna play a video. We talk about Small Yay, so I'm playing a video here. I'm just playing basically how the media was, how all this thing broke down, and it was a crazy idea. And again, I'm happy you was. I said it before. I'm happy you were an actor, because you would have never been a good director or scriptwriter. That was crap.
Oh yes.
But let's go with that. Give me a second here. I'll play it. I'll get back to it.
And Kamala Harris to Rashida Tlaib, Eric Swalwell, Cory Booker, Bernie Sanders, and the rest all denounced this horrible, racist hate crime against Jussie.
Shep, candidates here are being confronted with questions about whether or not they were too quick to condemn the attackers in the Jussie Smollett case, including Senator Kamala Harris, who needed a minute to think about whether or not she stood by her previous comment that the attack was an attempted modern-day lynching.
Oh, this is going to be good. You're going to see why a lot of people don't like this woman. But let's go. Let's listen and watch her face, please, people. And you're going to see what I say all the time when there's a problem with this lady. Anyway, I know you know what I'm talking about, Trip, unless you're watching it, whatever, but we're going to see.
Oh, yes. I'm seeing her face right now.
Oh, no. You're going to see what you know what's coming.
Which tweet? What tweet? About saying that it is a modern day lynching. That sorry. Yes.
She can't help it. She just cannot help it.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
She always laughs when she's gonna lie or she's just uncomfortable. She cannot help it. That's her tell sign.
Defense mechanism failure.
Oh my goodness. I've said it. I want. She just can't help it. She can't help it.
It's like she can't do a poker face.
Oh no, she has no poker face. She has no poker face. She and Biden has no poker face. Biden do that crazy wink and stuff like, okay, we know you're gonna be bullish, but Kamala telltale is too easy. She has to laugh. She has to have that laugh. She just got to have. She can't just like, what tweet? Which tweet? Looked around like, okay, yes, that tweet was, it was unfortunate, and I take it back because, yeah, I felt bad. I thought at the time Jesse was that he was attacked and it was a horrible thing, but we found out that it's not happened and he made it up. So the law came out, found out that he's guilty. I'm sorry about that, but sorry, sir, Jesse. Hey, you gotta go with the roll with that because it has consequences. But yeah, it was my mistake. I came out a little quick. We have to take time to make something before we do tweeting. Bam, done. Move on.
Come on, yep.
Her? Oh boy. And
Kamala Harris' telltale is so spot on, so glaring that you can see that even a sniper don't even need to use a sniper rifle.
Well, a scope. Let's do the
The
scope
scope,
now.
thank you.
Yes, please. Let's keep this. Let's keep it from the FBI looking at us strip now. Come on. Okay.
Apologies for that.
Yes. Scope or telescope? I'm just saying, like, seriously. You could tell her telltale sign if you was on Pluto. If it's a question that she made a thing up and she's gonna be that uncomfortable or she's about to lie, she always laugh. She cannot help it. Anyway, I'll wind it back a little bit and let's go with it. Oh my goodness. And like I said, T, which tweet? Okay, I'll give you that. You wrote a lot of tweets, so you might get an accident. You might not remember. But that laugh, oh my god. Anyway, let's go.
Sorry. Yes. Jesse Smollett. Okay, so I will say this about that case. I think that the facts are still unfolding, and I'm very.
Of course, the service.
Yeah, of course she didn't. I tell you. Well, anyway, let's go.
Of Satan in Hollywood amplified the idiocy. Everyone from Ariana Grande and Zendaya to John Legend tweeted about this imaginary hate crime. I guess it's not imaginary in a sense because Jussie clearly hates Trump supporters and white people, but you get my point. Even after it was an obvious hoax, though, when the Nigerian brothers admitted what they had done, people were still blaming Donald Trump.
Look, I've always said from day one, this is a Trump-free zone, the city of Chicago, and I mean it. Let me be real.
Robbie Emmanuel, Trip, you're gonna let me take this for a second, and we'll talk about it. Let me take this a second because you don't know this person. What he's gonna, you heard what you just said. I'm gonna play it again. What he said. So you kind of backed up that it was a hoax, and you know it was. You yourself know it was a hoax. You just said Chicago's a Trump-free zone. Okay. So we know there was not no MAGA country, like Jesse said. You kind of backed up against it. Holy smoke. But anyway, I'll bring it back a little bit so you can hear the whole clip. All right, let's go. And we went from this moron to Lightfoot. Oh, good grief. But anyway, let's go.
City of Chicago, and I mean it. Let me be really clear about something. The only reason Jussie Smollett thought he could take advantage of a hoax about a hate crime is for the environment, the toxic environment that Donald Trump created. He's created a toxic environment, and now he's created a toxic, vicious cycle, in my view. The only reason Jussie Smollett thought he could get away with this hoax about a hate crime is because of the environment President Trump created.
Most people.
No, the only reason he thought he got away because he was a gay black guy and he thought that he could get sympathy because of that. And also the media, which you talked to, covered almost everything up. That's why he thought that. Let's be honest about it. Let's not play that game. That's why he thought he could get away with that nonsense.
I have a question.
Yes.
Seriously, Chicagoans, what in right mind makes you want to vote for this?
Because Chicago is corrupt. Not surprised.
No.
Seven of the last was it seven? Seven of the last 10 governors went to jail. Something like that. Don't quote me on it. I remember it was a good amount. I was like, huh.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think it was 7.
Went to jail. So yeah, it's a corrupt city. It's a corrupt city. But anyway, let's go on with the video.
People knew that it was a hoax the moment they had heard the ridiculous story, and when Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal are mocking you for an entire segment, then you know that your case is in trouble.
You cannot, if you're going to break the law, do not write a check. Because you're writing a check that what? You're behind can't cash.
Yo, man, you can use cash up.
Hey, get cash, man.
Jesse's
See, even Charles Barkley and Shaq couldn't even like all of us were like, the story just doesn't make sense. It's just weird.
Me from a non-US, even I was like the first I heard of it, and still with the noose on his neck, the police came like, wow.
I got you. Keep continuing the video.
lawyer did her best, and when you have no soul and someone's paying you to defend the indefensible, you got to get creative.
According to the court records, Smollett was very clear with police on the night of the attack that his attackers were white. He said they had masks on and gloves, but he saw their eyes and he saw the skin surrounding their eyes.
From what he saw, he thought it was pale skin or white or pale skin. While, I think there's obviously you can disguise that. You could put makeup on. I was looking up the brothers, and one of the first videos that showed up actually was one of the brothers in white face doing a Joker monologue with white makeup on. And so it's not implausible.
Not only did they attack him wearing MAGA hats, but they also put on whiteface. With all the evidence against him, his legal team knew that he would never be found not guilty. Their entire strategy was hoping that there would be a black supremacist or a hyper-ethnocentric black person on the jury who would then hang it, and then they hoped that the DA wouldn't file charges again so he could walk away and claim victory. The funniest part of this whole story, aside from him trying this in Chicago, during the polar vortex, remember that story? It was like negative 10 degrees below zero. Was that he left the noose on his neck so that when the police came over, they could see it. If something even remotely like this happened, the first thing that they would do once they escaped would be to take the noose off and just throw it on the side of the road as they ran away. And while virtually everyone who once supported him has quietly bowed their head in shame and is remaining silent about this, there is one organization, however, which still supports him. The official blue-check verified Black Lives Matter Twitter account issued a statement declaring that they still stand by Jussie and that the police are lying.
What? What the fuck?
Of course, the Black Lives Matter will stand for this crap, and this makes it make the organization stupider and stupider.
Look really bad. I am hoping to all those people who still support this organization. You see this, and you've seen all the evidence, videos going by of Juicy Smollett basically lying in front of our faces. And
they don't care. Like I said, this makes it. My point is, this just makes sure that you understand that they're full of crap. That's all I'm saying.
Basically.
Y'all crazy.
The Justice Department in this country is so corrupt that I doubt he'll even go to jail. He'll probably be given a 6-month suspended sentence and then walk free and given a fine, and then he'll appear on Dancing with the Stars next season. I'm only half joking, actually, because Lori Loughlin's daughter, who played Aunt Becky on Full House, she was arrested for scamming UCLA to get her daughters in with that whole college admission scandal. And so her daughter, who was one of the scam artists, Olivia Jade, did appear on Dancing with the Stars. Only in Sodom and Gomorrah would a major television network, ABC, reward a scam artist who committed fraud to get into UCLA by featuring her on a primetime television show as family entertainment. Meanwhile, Kyle Rittenhouse has basically been banned from playing video games, electronic arts.
This one is this one, and we don't talk about video games and stuff like that because I have a channel for that, but this makes me, again, EA.
You piece of loser.
This is why I don't like a lot of EA game stuff.
Are you... almost cussed. Really, EA? Really?
Come on, Trip. Are we as we are gamers, are we surprised by EA? Remember when we did that podcast, Big Balls, and how they got big balls?
EA really does have those big cojones, and that speech came from a woman that was representing them.
I know, right? EA banned players with Gallery in the House username. So And so Kyle can't use his name and all this stuff. And again, it reference to terror. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Saying that you have games talking about terrorists and stuff with Battlefield and everything. Oh my God. It's just, the world's gone kookily nuts. Seriously. Excuse me.
Arts forbids users from creating characters using the name Kyle Rittenhouse. Actually, I almost forgot, there is someone else on planet Earth, other than the person who runs the Black Lives Matter Twitter account, who isn't sure that Jussie Smollett faked this whole thing, because, well, they're confused about a lot of things.
And I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. See how time is. I could have played. I wanted, like I said, BLM stand by Jussie Smollett even after guilty verdict, because people's like, "What the heck are you talking about?"
Sir, Mike Dice didn't mention anything about Don Lemon, right?
Nah, Don Lemon called him out on it now because he's backing away from it. But the thing that Don Lemon did, that people make a big thing about it, is like, nah, it's just that he had a contact. He didn't do what Chris Cuomo did.
No, but I find it funny. I find it funny that this man is actually trying to cover his behind, even though you know how his lifestyle is.
We know. Oh Lord, got you, Trip. But yes, yep, they stand by him. Like I said, this should make him like, y'all crazy. Y'all just stand by this nonsense. Whatever. This doesn't bring down Black Lives Matter organization in my eyes. It just made me think, y'all crazy. And I always been crazy. And I never wanted to be a part of y'all. Never.
Same here.
I understand the statement. I don't blame the people for saying the statement. But the statement got co-opted by some black crazy people and white people. Because again, remember I played a clip a couple weeks ago when I talk about the media hit, whatever, when you had a white man screaming Black Lives Matter, throwing urine on a black woman.
Yeah, how ironic.
Exactly. And how do you?
It seems like her lives matter with a piss.
Or when those young kids shot David Dorn, they were black, or basically cracked that old man's jaw in the place, like all that stuff. So anyway, it is what it is in that regard. So I'm not gonna go in that situation. So that's just it. Jesse, he's gonna use his privilege. He's not gonna, like Mark just said, he's not gonna go to jail for a long time. It said 15 years. No, it's not. He ain't gonna get that. That's not gonna happen. He should, but that's not gonna happen. So I'm just being realistic with stuff.
Yep.
So let's go on to another subject, if you don't mind.
Oh, goody, more surprises.
So just to finish up what we were talking about yesterday, so I'm gonna play a John Stossel video. Again, the reason I called last night's show "Government Does Worse" is because of this. Listen to this story in New York.
In all places.
What's this long line in New York City? People waiting for a Broadway show? No, they're waiting in line to use a public toilet in a park. People want to use this toilet because it's clean. Attendants clean it all the time.
30-something times a day.
When I hear the words public bathroom, I have a bad feeling.
A lot of people say that. For instance, this one lady was out there and she was like, I don't want to go in.
Look, I can't help it. Sorry, I can't help it. This is not what this video is about. But really, okay, I could get the gold teeth, man. I'm cool with that. Not whatever. I didn't know the nose. But why y'all get the stupid studs? Just and you're not from America, so it's kind of like, why did you fall into the American trap? Why?
I see what you mean.
Can't help it. Sorry, just like when I see women with fake eyelashes, I gotta call out, I look stupid.
Yeah.
But anyway, Anyway, let's go with the video.
There, so I said, come, and I took her in. And when I took her, she was like, oh my God.
This bathroom's nice only because it's in a different kind of park, one managed privately by this man. 37 years ago, Dan Biederman persuaded city politicians to let him run this park. He got money from nearby businesses and tried innovative things like playing classical music in the bathrooms.
It's just another of the elements, along with flowers and the recessed lighting and the artwork, that makes people think they're going to be safe there.
Safe's an issue because this park's in the middle of the city, and crime rose in New York as police made fewer arrests. But there's
We know who to thank for that, but I digress. I'll digress.
little crime here.
Fleeting emptiness of thankfulness.
Basically, one name is Cuomo and the other one name is De Blasio. They both are very unique people out there.
Oh yeah, they definitely blow.
You piece of shit.
As much as
loser.
De Blasio's name entails.
Yes. Anyway, let's keep going.
Crime thrives in dark corners, and this park's filled with people and the businesses that pay for the park.
Thank you.
A park is supposed to just be public, not all this business.
You can't, in the current state of things, have passive space, as we call it. There are too many people circulating who are violent or emotionally disturbed.
To discourage that, he fills his park with activities: free ice skating, ping pong, juggling lessons, yoga classes, movie nights, and concerts. When lots of people use a park, crime is less of a threat. You still have homeless people, I imagine, coming here.
As long as they follow the rules, we treat them as any other visitors.
He does have trouble with some drug users.
This guy just takes his clothes off.
And what does he does? He hires security people. Defund the police. That's a great idea.
Private security?
Well, the businesses are paying for it, so I got nothing against it.
Yep.
But there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. You show authority, people will not, whatever. Of course, back down. My
I
goodness.
mean, the right kind of authority.
I know.
Off, throws it on the floor.
People on K2 tend to take their clothes off.
What do you do when he takes his clothes off?
Our guards are well trained to handle such incidents. They guide people like that out of the park.
For the most part, people comply.
Biederman didn't want to hire armed guards. Instead, he hires large men who walk around in uniforms.
The fact that people just see us, that's good enough. It makes them feel safe. Can't smoke in the park, all right? Okay. Here you go. Thank you. Thank you, guys. No, it's all right. 9 times out of 10, they listen.
The result is a park that's really nice. 12 million people come here every year. And none of this costs the taxpayer a penny.
Not only does it not cost them a penny, but the increased real estate taxes paid by the surrounding buildings, it's $33 million a year.
Why?
You see that? Doesn't cost the taxpayers money. I like that. My money ain't going to crap. I like that. And so John Stassel asks a very important question. Why the government can't do this?
Can't governments do this?
They could do all of this.
But they don't.
They do at times. There are things I could point to that somehow government got done. Conservatory Garden, you know it, in Central Park. Nice job.
But Central Park is largely run by private charity. One
Thank you.
I happen to work with. Before we started managing the park, the government let this happen. Governments rarely spend much effort on routine tasks like maintenance and trash management.
A typical thing for parks departments to do is take old oil drums, take the top off them, and use them as trash cans. Oil drums are really ugly. So what does that say to the public?
He installed trash cans like these.
They signify that somebody cares.
It takes a lot of those little things to make a park safe and appealing.
This is an accumulation of that kind of detail. About 20, 30, 40 things like that. Plants are really well laid out by our horticulturist and well maintained.
And of course, there's that bathroom. One of my first Stossel TV videos was a report on this Parks Department.
Okay, now we're gonna see some BS, and this is why I don't like government. You're literally gonna see this right here. All right, you saw that bathroom. This is up to date and everything, nice and everything. He said it don't cost the taxpayers nothing. Let's see what it costs the taxpayers to pay for a park, for a bathroom at a park.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
But bathroom that cost, get this, $2 million.
You heard what the man say? That's what the man say.
What? What the fuck?
$2 million for bathrooms. Are you out your mind?
What are they doing with that $2 million? Where are they allocating that money that's not going to a...
Oh, it get worse. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something right here. It get worse. Let's hear what the politician has to say about that $2 million.
Oh.
The city parks commissioner wasn't even bothered by that.
$2 million was a good deal.
But you can buy whole houses in that neighborhood for less than what you spent on this bathroom.
I hear that point often, and if you look at the material that we use compared to a home, these are very, very durable material.
Yeah.
Nani? Are you out your flipping mind, sir? That's your excuse?
Wait, is it durable material?
Oh, we're gonna show you how durable they are in a couple seconds. Still, you use durable. What durable material? What, you build that thing out of steel and diamond, like I don't know, composite. No, there you go. Carbon fiber. Because that's the only thing I could see that you would make it that strong. What the heck?
Thank you, because I would like to ask that
$2 million?
What durable material are you using?
Must be using diamond encrusted toilets and all kind for $2 million. But remember, he said, you heard what he said, durable materials. How durable? Well, John's gonna show you.
Bryant Park's much nicer bathroom is just as durable, but it costs much less. Government work is slowed by civil service rules, and this city's politicians happily pay high union wages.
This is a city that does believe strongly in labor, and they want to make sure that people get paid a prevailing wage.
When government...
How about you do the goddamn job? Sorry, I got a curse, but it pissed me off you saying that. Do your jobs and I have no problem you gain that. That's why I don't like unions. But anyway, let's get back to the durability thing.
It does things. Everything costs more and is less well maintained. Today, that $2 million bathroom is missing a sink.
That's a nice $2 million right there. I'll lay ketchup trip unless you can see. You seen it?
You know what? My school, the schools that I've went through has more sink than what I'm being shown right now.
And does any of those material look like it's, I don't know, worth $2 million?
I'm not sure if those duct tapes are worth $2 million a piece.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
That is a waste of money. That's why I don't like government. I don't care, Republican or Democrat, independent, whatever. That's why I don't like them. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. I'm down the straight and narrow about that. This is crazy. That's a waste of money. Just went there. $2 million for nothing. Oh my goodness. That's just bad.
The moral,
Sterile as
whenever
it can get.
possible, let the private sector do it.
Yeah, I'll see you, brother. All right.
That's bad. That's just bad. All right, video is done, but we gonna get in the comments for a second before we peel out. We got about at least 30 minutes or whatever, so I'll go to the comments, the chats and stuff. But what do you say? What do you say, Trip?
I am flabbergasted. And this is New York we're talking about. The Big Apple.
This is how government wastes money. That's the thing that's not surprising to me. You know?
What? $2 million. How many how how many toiletries are there in that state that has to for it to cost $2 million?
I don't know what to tell you. Bob Hawkins from New York. The sad truth about that, when property is public, that is owned by everybody, it is treated poorly, like they're owned by no one. That's true.
That is true.
Marcella DeRose from Washington D.C. Words needs the words needs more. Oh, the world. Sorry, the world needs more development like this. That guy is a genius. Sam Marsalis from France. Today, that was $2 million bathroom missing a sink. You got. I have an audible laugh, but I want to say some curse word, and I'm not even a curse. I don't say curse words to a lot of people. You're correct.
Right.
Andrew Sandman from Kentucky. Prop to this guy for taking matters into his own hands and making something beautiful.
A charity, no less. Not even a private company. No, a charity. Wait. You mean the government's competition is a charity?
Most of the cases, because again, government is their own monopoly, and when they got when they have as Elon Musk said, when you have no competition, what can you do?
Well, yes, but I mean, as in the competition that you're actually seeing. That's some an entity that is besides a government that's actually doing proper.
Trevor McKay from Florida. Every time I think, you can't possibly show me more government impotent. You go out there and find it. Also, I'm happy that you showed Stossel's video. If only a majority of people can see what is common sense in this few select. Fantastic expose by John Tossell. Yes, that's true, but people don't do that.
And let me remind people.
And to help you out, and before we go to Trip, and here's the thing, Trevor, help you out, help us out. But again, John Stossel, yes, go to John Stossel TV on YouTube. That's where you'll get it. Donate. I've donated. I've helped out. Here's the thing too: share the content. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, share the content, or you go share the content. That's the only way you can help. We have YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, locals. We have a lot of stuff. Share the content. We're going now, Trip. Sorry.
No, it's all right. I just want to remind people that this is New York, run by individuals that wants to bring in socialists. Compare this to the bathroom of New York to, let's say, the Chinese Communist Party, China, and look at their bathrooms.
Yep.
Exactly.
Greg Soels from New York. Stossel at his best. So glad that he followed up on the bathroom story. Yeah, that's good that he followed up on that bathroom story. I remember that story, and he found. I figured it would be a piece of trash a couple of years, and I was surprised. I'm not surprised. 2 years later, it's trash. Nothing in that bathroom looked like it was. Nothing in that bathroom looked like it was worth $2 million. Nothing.
Yep.
So
Look at
that's
them porcelain, baby.
porcelain don't cost that much. He compared to the $2 million worth. No, it costs money, but not $2 million worth. Ah,
That's the joke.
Brittany Trensinger, Brittany Trensinger from Germany. Big government, big problems. You are correct to call them heretics. They know most of this stuff they know most of this stuff is basically not gonna work. They also figure out that they get their money's worth in this situation, which they did. You call them big heretics, you are correct, sir. Thank you for the video. Thank you for showing all this hypocrisy in the world. Facts, and still you could show them, and sadly you could show people facts, but people don't get it. Thank you. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what it is. Van Duval, also from France. The private sector should do everything, and it's always possible. Government is just an agency with the perseverance, justice, monopoly on force. The difference is that private agencies cannot use threats of force or extortion for the people or force them into compliance because they keep them in check by the private agencies. Of course, private agencies often use government to exert their oppression through the legislative and allow subsidies, regulation capture, zoning laws, and many things. And they call it capitalism, which is basically fake corporatism. And correct? I agree with that full-heartedly, Van. Good comment. Good comment.
Yeah.
Steve Brzezinsko from Poland. Government really takes care of things like maintenance and trash pickup. Yeah. So we supposed to be okay with them running our lives? Question mark. No thanks.
Nope.
Joe, Nancy, Sora. Let's go, Brandon.
I see.
That's why I laughed, because I read it before and I was like, okay, I get it. Let me see here. Aaron Blackman from UK. Happy that you're showing this to other people. Stossel is a hero among most men. DC and Marvel wish they could have write stories as good as his. Thank God for that man, and thank God for you for showing that. Yes. That is good, Aaron.
Well, considering how Disney basically lowered the bar for storytelling.
That's true. Tahoe Jones from Germany. God, I freaking love capitalism. Politicians are burdened with the progress. Unfortunately, a very few politicians will see this video, and it's not too embarrassing to them because they got their money. Exactly. Exactly.
They pocketed.
Exactly. Mike Jesnek from Poland. I must admit, the park owner was diplomatic in portraying the government positively. Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. All right. Let's see. Mike, like, oh boy. So these names, like Kratos. I apologize if it's a butcher your name. Lykortos. Lykratos, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Again, I apologize, my friend. All right. From Poland. I got a lot of Polish people in here tonight. A rather modest, polite man who is providing a good service. I quite enjoy this one. What makes John Sasser believe, in fact, that he's also a New Yorker. New Yorker, and as a former New Yorker myself, I can verify everything in John Sasser's video. A libertarian legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Yes. Blake Johnson from New York. Government has no incentive to do anything beyond the minimum requirement. That's true.
That is true.
That is true. That's why I say, oh, we provide labor, and John Sasser showed a video. People just sitting there doing that. Like, I can't do that at my job. I can't be there texting on my phone, chilling, maxing, and relaxing. You gotta be working, homie.
Heck, my ex coworkers tell me that I work too much. I'm like, no, I'm just doing my job, man.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see here. Michael Quaid from DC, Washington DC. Just an example of what's your money you are responsible, least careful. Okay, I think it was a typo. I'll clean this up. Just an example of your money. Usually, you are more responsible with your money, and the government is less responsible with your money. Thank you, thank you for showing this video, and also to Mr. Stasso for showing us such an excellent example of why citizens with good ideas and private management funds can provide. The park is own and thriving ecosystem, existing in a very difficult place to get anything done without bureaucracy making it difficult. It's very impressive, and it makes me hopeful for the future where conscientious capitalism like this is the norm. Okay, yeah. But it's right. Government don't is somebody else's money. They don't care. They don't care. They do not care. I want to read just one a couple things because basically everybody saw that. So I'm gonna go all the way back up to the top of the comment and read a couple of the Jesse stuff just to have that out of the way.
They might be having something very juicy to say.
Joycelyn McGods from Washington D.C. I want to see the maximum sentence in prose. This is not a victimless crime. It has many. It has many. Okay. This man took resources from actual victims, blamed innocent people for non-existent crime, and demoralized a whole people with that had different politics. I've always thought if you can be proven beyond a doubt that you falsely accused someone, you should take the time that accusers should have. Amen, sister. And I'll tell you this: that's the same thing I have for people for a lot of women who do child fraud and fake rape charges.
Goes across the board.
I don't care. You made a fake case and you're gonna do that, and we're gonna give that. You get the same crime because we want not people to lie about this stuff. Just saying. Oh boy, sorry. The names Ethro Etothe Ethro Dawamichi. That's you from Italy, so I get it. It's just I'm telling you, man. Okay, all right. I apologize if I messed your name up. I really do. Don't take it out on me. I'm sorry. We'll make a mistake. We all make mistakes, Jesse. Don't beat yourself over it. Jesse and anyone else who comments on hate crime hoax should get the same punishment as all people who create the same hate crime. They can rest easily knowing that Jesse now can rest easily knowing that his attacker is found guilty. Yes, that's a good one. Yes, that is true. Hey Jesse, you can your attacker has been found guilty. Sleep good, my child.
Speaking about the joke that I made earlier of Don Lemon, that's not my original joke. I actually seen that from in a comment section from one of Tim's videos. So
Got you.
props to the original original commenter for that.
Andrew Bacinio, again, I apologize. Andrew Bacinio from Portugal. They should definitely give him some jail time, or else people faking hate crimes of any kind is gonna keep on doing it. Yep. Which they never seem to get held accountable. Most because they are not famous. But these guys will piss off the whole bunch of people. Yes. And if you're famous, you get away with stuff. Because again, look at Alec Baldwin. The hell with this case.
Another one.
He's a delusional piece of crap. That would have never happened if he wasn't famous. If he was a regular guy, his ass would have been in jail a long time ago.
Happy trigger finger, Alec.
He would have been in jail a long time ago. I still can't believe he said he didn't pull the trigger. The gun was in your freaking hand, man, when the gun went off. Really? Really, sir?
Now, even if that is actually plausible, that from what Tim Pool pointed out, could be that when he cocked the handle of the gun, it would have went off if he
but you still cocked the hammer.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's fired.
You still cocked the hammer. That's all that I gotta say.
So, yes. Like any act, even if you didn't pull the trigger, any action that you made the gun fire.
Okay, this is just gonna be funny for me and Trip. Trip will get the laugh of it. Joe Bowser from Florida. Joe Bowser from Florida. The irony of that, the irony is that in this case, he's guilty of an obviously, and BLM claims that the system is corrupt, so he needs to go free. But 2 weeks ago, they were saying that an innocent man should go to prison because of their twisted view of reality. This dude is sick and broken. He needs to be rehabilitated but he cannot be punished. Lock him up. Consecutively maximum sentence. Got you, Mr. Bowser. Again, this is just a joke, inside joke for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not laughing at the person. He's probably a good Samaritan. All that.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Let me see here. I'm gonna use this last one right here from Japan, basically Tokyo. Pharrell Baikou, Biikou. Stop advocating him not to go to prison. Two African brothers he tried to set up would have gone to prison if their lies wasn't believed. It doesn't matter that the prison system is broken with respect to his case. The posts need to be given the exact punishment as his attacker would be in real life. That's the only logical method of deterring future hate crimes and hoaxes. Crime punishment is not about the criminal, it's about the society. You're right, Mr. Baku. And also, props to all the airlines in Japan. To giving the Japan government the middle finger, telling them, "Oh, we need to stop you. You need to stop your operations." And they're like, "Wait, we lost a lot of money. We did it the first time. No." And then they're like, "Okay, all right. You guys, okay, keep going. Do what you gotta do." That's how you stop people from taking over the power of government. That's what you do. Come together. All the airlines came as one and told the Japanese government, "F you."
You.
F you. And then you're gonna be like, "Oh well, you guys don't want to take care of the thing, and you got so much unemployment and everything." Yeah, because we was shut down.
And then on top of that, the government didn't even try to subsidize them
Exactly.
for the shutdown, which is, yeah.
Exactly. So I'm not down with that kind of nonsense, man. Just ain't. Not my sure about that. So in that regard, yeah, I think we did that. I think again we have about 16,450 people in the building. Thank y'all for giving me your time and air with that. I think that's a good setup in that regard. Again, go back and check. I didn't do. I didn't. I'll do one. Cause let me search. I'll do one. What about the Elon Musk thing that I talked about? Cause that's really what I wanted to talk about. I'll do one. Let me see if anything here that pops out that's been good. Okay.
Hopefully, it's nothing about the
I see
metaverse.
that. Huh?
I was hopefully it's nothing about the metaverse.
No. Well, that's not Elon. That's Facebook. Oh yeah, I know you're talking about the Neuralink. That's what Elon with the Neuralink, which again, I like Elon. I'm not down with that one.
With that one, yes.
That's a no for me. All right, Jeremy Judikins from Florida. I am an HVAC technician. My company was hired to work on putting AC in the room where fitting for SpaceX boosters was made. I wasn't allowed to take pics, but it was easily the most amazing and interesting and awesome thing I ever got to be a part of. I know I didn't design or build the boosters, but dang, I helped keep the place comfortable. Laughing emoji. Awesome.
Yeah. This person did his part to make everyone else working on it comfortable. So
yeah, and shout outs for the people
shout
out for the people who replied to his stuff, because you got, and I'm not gonna call the country because again this one I unpronounceable. I can't really this is literally unpronounceable. This is the reason I said because they're using the Russian word. It's Russia, but they're using the alphabet, so I can't pronounce it.
Oh right, okay.
I just can't pronounce it. It's like a EBREH backwards N, look like a backwards F, EOR backwards RNEB. Anyway, shout out for the people who like it, because they were like, it's an important job. Rockets don't build themselves after all. Another person came. Modern worlds would not exist without people with heating and cooling. You have contributed to the civilization of Mars. Congratulations! Clap emoji. Every little bit helps. You think they will volunteer to clean the toilets in SpaceX? I would surely like to do that. Like there are a lot of people. Yeah, so shout outs to you, my man, Jeremy. Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. Let's see. Rob Tufant from. Oh, there you go. You go with the Russian thing from Ukraine. I live in a small country without natural resources. Sadly, because of what's going on with Russia or whatever, sucks. Yeah. To survive and succeed, we had to understand the importance of good economics, customized to suit our situation. Hence, so much of what Elon was saying on the government role just makes sense. Unfortunately, it seems to many Americans don't see and understand their own success model and why they struggle to especially be the current leadership. Let's go, Brandon. He didn't say that. I added that on there. Let's go, Brandon, because what he said, the current leadership. Correct.
Yep.
Correct. Because last night, and Don Lemona and Joe Biden, we were progressing forward. Gas prices dropped 7 cents. 7 cents.
7 cents.
Oh my goodness,
How
Trip.
about all the dollars that it went up for the pop? You know what? Come on.
7 cents, Trip. I could buy. Trip. You know what? I could buy that brand new car you wanted because of 7 cents a gallon now. And then I had to pause it last night when you saw the media make up the words. Gas prices tumble. 7 cents is a tumble? What the hell is
You
a
know
dollar?
what?
Free fall?
Yeah. I was about to say skydive, but yeah.
That's how crazy it is. That's how crazy it is. You're right. This is just for my own thing. Again, this is in Egypt. Jacoby is a female, but it's Jacoby Kalazaz. I am I have blown away by the overwhelming positive response to Elon in the chat tonight and last night. I love the man and his interest to go find things. So happy that folks like us have the same mindset. No, we don't. Elon's an intelligent guy. We don't have the same mindset, but I respect him on that regard. In that regard,
Yeah.
straight. But but I also like the way you are straight and no fluff, and I enjoy listening to how minds work, and especially when you show your research on live and camera. I have to commend you for doing that. That is very special that you do that to show people who takes the time to watch the podcast, if they could watch it, to understand how these things work. Because it is crazy that America spends $7 trillion in debt and $4 trillion is revenue. And the way that you showed that that if you take all the billionaires in America and take their net worth of $3.2 trillion, it won't even stop the money, nevertheless the regular year, but the $20 trillion that's accumulated altogether. Great podcast, great show. Thank you for what you're doing. Ma'am, I am happy.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I'm gonna leave it at that. That's a good way to end it for me. That boosts my ego. I'm going into the weekend very happy off of that comment. But to be real, but to keep it real, yes, that right there. I show the research because people don't do that. That's the same thing I did with the whole thing with China when we talk about the COVID deaths and everything. And I'm like, this don't make no sense. How the hell is what happened? China is 1.4 billion people and only 4,000 people died from COVID. Get the flip out of here with that nonsense. Just like, Bernie Sanders, get all the billionaires, tax the rich, tax the rich, tax the rich. We take here's the thing. You take all the billionaires' money, you still can't cover the yearly expenditure of government. Nevertheless, the big debt of $29 trillion.
Like, instead of moving all the business outside of the states, why don't you bring them back and have investors from other places invest in your place?
Well, you're right. And here's another thing that prompts me to say this too. The thing about government that even worse sucks. I hate gotta go to this state, but this state is also
You piece of loser.
just California.
California. Oh.
California is the anus of America. Anyway,
you know what? That's not even a lie, and that's the truest statement that you could say.
The reason I say that because for some reason California had a surplus this year.
Really?
But they came with this instead of paying off their debt,
Yeah.
which is a lot of government does it and other states too. If you get a surplus, how about you just pay off the debt? No, they want to go, let's use it to more pet projects and stuff. Because next year we might get the same money back. That's a bad thinking. That's why you don't want that. And that's what Eli was talking about. And that's what I'm talking about. But instead of taking the money that they got the surplus to do that, they put it that if Roe v. Wade, which I did a video about that, and I might do a video about that next year. If Roe v. Wade got overturned, I did a video specifically about that for people who never seen it. Go back to Project Open Mic on YouTube when Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away. Even she said she was against Roe v. Wade because of what it was. The Roe v. Wade was about privacy. It was not about abortion. But people always getting mixed up. The woman who Roe v. Wade was on, she said she lied on the line. So the whole thing was fraudulent. That law should not be there in the first place. I don't care what you do with abortion. That's you. You answer God and you do what you got to do with it like that. But my problem is this right here, what California did. Not only did they say they're going to be an abortion sanctuary, which is, ugh. They said they're going to pay for your travels.
Tax-paying dollars.
They're going to pay for your travels. They're going to pay for your room and board. And they're going to pay for your child care, how the hell that works if you're trying to get rid of a kid, because they said it's reproductive rights. That's not reproductive. That's subtractive. That's not reproductive because you're taking a life. So we got money, kids, but then we pissed it away by doing that crap. Because it's stupid. God, that's stupid.
Not pissed it away, more like flush it down the toilet. And I'm just gonna end it right there, cause it would have gotten real.
Yes.
Really dark.
Yes, I got it. So with that said, I'll leave it at that right there, guys. It's ridiculous. But that's why government is such a bad thing. Even when they make money out of a surplus, they piss it away. So no.
Bleeding hell.
So with that said, again, I want to give thanks for y'all. I want to give thanks to Trip for jumping in the last, basically not the last second, but in the middle of the show to give his purview in it. So with that said, Trip, is there anything else you want to add before we end the show?
Well, yes. I just want to say thank you to all you viewers and listeners who take the time out of your schedule to listen to us, and we wouldn't mind that you would listen to even the ones from that has the other side of the argument. Just pay attention to which one actually falls within reality. But I do have to apologize for reaching late for this show, but to make up for it, I have a little skit to put out, and it goes something like this. I must say that we have a very exciting proposal for you. A video game based on your many adventures. Oh, what would you call it? Chris's World. The Touchable Andrew. The Super Cuomo Brothers.
Oh, Lord. Yep. Super Cuomo Brothers. Who basically are... is basically, as again, remember, I created this clip just because of that.
You piece of loser.
Exactly. Okay, for me, hey, thank you for giving me your eyes, your ears, your time to spend with us tonight. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy Christmas around. Hope you get good shopping, get your shopping in. A lot of stuff because the postal service and everything is backed up already. I could tell you, excuse me. I could tell you that because I went to drop off a package Tuesday for my mom, and it was like 4 o'clock, and I was like, holy crap, this is a long line to drop stuff off. So
But-
get your orders in, get your stuff in done and everything like that. And again, if you got a chance to go to the stores, pick it up, do the thing. But other than that,
Was
thank
the
you for-
line was the line as long as the one for the toilet in New York?
not really, but still, it basically backed up to right all the way back to the door. So, with that said, the guys, remember, enjoy your situation. I talk about government. I'm a libertarian. You see why government is bad. You can keep on hating why government is bad. Shout out to John Stossel for his video. Shout out to Elon Musk for talking about that. I will try to put the link of the Elon interview in this chat, also in the chat, also the Project Open Mic one as well, to the Project Open episode 56. And that, so you can at least go and watch the whole video, because I only did up to halfway. So with that said, remember, evil comes in all shapes, color, creeds, size, and everything. Evil's evil. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, then take care of your neighbors, take care of your community. That's the best way to revolve. That's why we don't depend on government. And of course, for us, remember, people are stupid, individuals are smart. Be that smart individual. This is your boy Tig for Project Open Mic and Trip for the side chat. And we'll catch you next week. Hopefully the same bad time, same bad channel. Check us out. Peace out, guys.
Bye.
I'm putting this on the news tonight. Bye.